Are business analyst jobs disappearing in 2025? Honestly, with mass layoffs, role overlaps, and companies saying that they don't need dedicated BAs anymore, it definitely feels like business analyst jobs are disappearing in 2025. But what if I told you that business analysts are not dying, but they are evolving? In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to stand out in a very saturated job market, even with layoffs and role consolidations. First of all, let's understand the shift. Why are business analysts being replaced? Right now, what we're experiencing is that there is an overlap of roles. For example, product managers do requirement gathering, data analysts do insight generation, while engineers sometimes interact with stakeholders. So if you have these roles doing these things that have been claimed to be the core of being a business analyst, why then do companies need business analysts anymore? Also, right now, non-BAs are actually using tools like Power BI, Notion, SQL, which are traditionally business analyst domains. And if you have these roles using these tools, what makes a business analyst stand out, and what makes companies feel like they should have dedicated business analysts in their company? And what this basically means is that to be able to survive as a standalone role, or in this case as a business analyst, you should be able to offer something that is very unique to your role that other roles cannot do. And in this case, where we are seeing that roles are being overlapped and other roles are using tools that were specific to business analysts, it's looking like there is nothing special about having a business analyst in a company. So what works right now? Like, does that mean that business analyst roles are going down the drain? No, that is not the case. But what it means is that now we have to redefine what it means to be a business analyst. Being a business analyst doesn't just mean that we are note takers or we are people that are meant to gather requirements. As a business analyst, you have to reframe yourself as a strategic problem solver, cross-functional communicator, decision facilitator, AI augmented analyst, and change management partner. When I started my career as a business analyst, I used to tell myself that I didn't want to be too technical. I wanted to remain a traditional BA. A traditional BA is a general BA who would gather requirements, engage with stakeholders, right? And even organize documentations and all of that. I didn't want to go too technical. Then I could get away with it. But right now, that doesn't work. If you are looking to be a traditional BA or a general BA in quote, that would not work anymore. Right now, to be able to thrive as a business analyst, you need to get really specific. What do I mean by this? You need to stand out by developing domain expertise. So in this case, you want to be a BA in fintech, a BA in healthcare or IT, BA in data analytics. Like, there are specific BA roles that exist out there that companies would not be easily able to replace you because it would be hard to actually find people with that domain knowledge. To be able to get this domain knowledge, you really do not need to go to school for this anymore. You don't need to go and get a different master's degree anymore, a BSc. Certifications can help. Certifications, domain knowledge, and project experience is sometimes enough to be able to secure these specific BA roles. But if you're looking to just be a general BA, even if you're able to secure a job as a general BA, it will just be a matter of time when companies will reach out to you and tell you they don't need your services anymore because other roles are doing what they think that you should do. So get really specific and try to get domain knowledge to be able to increase your chances of remaining relevant to the company that you're working for. Right now in 2025, I cannot overemphasize the fact that you need to gain in-demand skills. You need to focus on technical skills like SQL, Power BI, Tableau. You need to have an understanding of APIs. Right now, understanding of APIs is very important because if you don't even have this understanding of APIs, you might not be able to secure a job. So understanding of APIs and business process modeling. You also need AI and automation awareness. So this involves knowing how to work with AI tools like ChatGPT, Copilot. You need to learn how to automate reports, analyze sentiments, as well as summarize data using AI. You also need to have other soft skills, which are storytelling with data, stakeholder management, conflict resolution, as well as workshop facilitation. In 2025, getting certified cannot be overemphasized. Right now, to be able to stand out, you need to be a certified business analyst. It's either you're getting CBAP, ECBA, CCBA. For agile focused roles, you might need to get the agile BA certification. And there are also certifications for data focused BA roles. There are a lot of certifications out there and you need to pick one and do it. Right now, you need to get certified. Gone are those days where we are like, oh, you can actually break into business analysis without getting certified. Right now, to give yourself a high chance of of getting a business analyst role, you need to get certified. It is no longer optional, it is now compulsory. On your CV as well, you need to be able to show impact and not tasks. What does this mean? So instead of writing "I gather requirements and wrote documentation" on your CV, you can say something like this: I facilitated requirement sessions that reduced rework by 30% and translated business needs into a backlog that helped the dev team ship features 20% faster. So what this means is that you want to be able to use metrics, business value, and outcomes. This is how you can survive the BA is replaceable narrative. The next step would be for you to build a portfolio. Now, as a traditional business analyst, it is hard for you to actually show proof of work. And this is where portfolio comes in. A portfolio is just a way that you can showcase your achievements. Now, if you don't have one, you have to build one. I already did a video where I explained how you can easily build a portfolio. You can check that video out. But yes, as a business analyst, you need a portfolio, and this portfolio needs to be attached to your CV every time. You can create artifacts like user stories, process mapping, dashboards or mockups, as well as case studies. You can put this in your portfolio to showcase the work that you've done and what you've achieved. Finally, you need to track industries that still need business analysts. Not all industries need business analysts right now, and we need to accept that fact. So in 2025, these are the sectors that are still in need of business analysts. So we have the government and public sector, we have the healthcare sector, banking and insurance sector, supply chain and manufacturing sector, SaaS and AI startups. Just to wrap up, I just want you to know that the future of business analysts is not dying, it is evolving. And yes, even if companies are coming to say that they don't need business analysts, you just have to be strategic with how you approach it now. The BAs who will survive this phase are the ones that are able to adapt, specialize, and show that they drive real business value, not just to write user stories and gather requirements. If business analyst is truly a role that you want to do, you need to get strategic with how you approach the market. Do the best that you can do to give yourself the highest chance of winning. You have to put in the work. Things are harder now, doesn't mean that things are impossible. But to be able to be among the few that will succeed, you need to learn to adapt, and you need to learn to put in the work to stand out. If you're a BA that is feeling discouraged, or if you're an aspiring BA who is feeling discouraged that the market is very saturated, I hope that this video is able to encourage you that you can actually be a business analyst. You just need to do your best to stand out in the best way possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this content, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.